It's time now for the Pair Channel 5 o'clock news on this Monday evening, July 13th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I your 5 o'clock news at 9:09. Top three here at 5 o'clock on this Monday evening here is European U.S. stocks rally on Greek bailout plan and Europe falls as deal brings U.S. rate action in focus and oil falls as Iran nuclear deal pushed back. Clinton ups rhetoric against Wall Street files tight oversight. As a candidate warns the shadow banker risks and also cites entirely, she says, gets a little scrutiny. In Mexico City, the place where drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman popped out of the ground, stands alone in rural farmland, roughly equipped from a military base in the penitentiary where he began his escape. Serena Williams and Novak Djokovic dance up the storm of Wimbledon as the most famous dance of perhaps 1974 when Chris Evert and Jimmy Connors then engaged both Wimbledon champions showed forward through adorning headlines from the British press. In Vienna, hopes for a final agreement for the Iran nuclear talks were put on ice on Monday as Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif said no deal was mentioned and the White House said that talks may be extended for a fourth time. Washington, U.S.-led forces stepped up air operations in Iraq against Islamic State positions with 29 airstrikes in the country on Sunday coming in near the Anbar provincial capital, Ramadi, the combined joint task force leading in air operations. Armed robbers have evaded capture by French Special Forces after they had held up 10 people hostage in a clothing store just outside Paris on Monday morning. Moscow, at least 23 Russian soldiers were killed and 19 taken to the hospital when military barracks collapsed near the Siberian city of Omsk, the defense ministry said on Monday. In Washington, a Massachusetts man is facing charges after acquiring guns on July 4th for what investigators say was a plot to attacking and support of the Islamic State terror group. On a very crowded Republican presidential field, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker has a simple explanation of why he's the man for the nomination. He won an important swing state. In Kansas City, Missouri, Democrats took turns whacking at Donald Trump in a large gathering of Hispanics here Monday and condemned Republicans at large for failing to win in the top-tier GOP candidate. In Washington, President Obama told a White House conference on an agent on Monday that he would instruct the Labor Department to help states pass laws to make retirement saving easier after his own proposals in Congress went nowhere. A New Jersey company that markets Quirky as seen on TV products will pay $550,000 and change its business practice to resolve state regulatory charges that have defrauded consumers by pushing more expensive items, shipping items than whenever. The flash crashes in the bond market last October were a historic fall and set off alarms across Wall Street also remains a mystery. Hartford, Connecticut. Connecticut exports power to the aerospace industry and reached a record $10.5 billion last year, ranking Hartford as the 30th largest export market in the nation. A collection of extinct volcanoes that could be 50 million years old has been discovered off the coast of Australia as researchers made the accidental discovery while mapping in the seafloor about 155 miles from Sydney. All bees, all pollinators are actually under stress these days, but bumblebees are especially affected by climate change according to a new study. A multi-year study of high school soccer games found that while concussions most occur when a player attempts to use their head to strike the ball, collisions were a more frequent cause of the concussions of the ball itself. Cancer survivors were often left infertile to disease. The treatment may face unexpected hurdles if they turn to adoption or start a family, as study suggests. It was indeed a touching moment when Keith Burma, a terminal cancer patient, got to enjoy the best day of his life when he entered a wedlock with Nina Scott, his girlfriend, for 3 years right from his hospital bed. Barbara Foods now recalled more than 1.7 million pounds of frozen raw stuffed chicken products because of fears of salmonella. Fair Tell News Times at 5:04. Time for stock market report this Monday evening here. Dow closed 17.68 up 217.27. SP 529.60 up 22.98 and Nasdaq 5,071.51 up 73.82. European market tax 11,484.38 up 168.75. FTSE 6737.95 up 64.57 and CAC 40 49.98.10 up 95.03. Asian markets. Nikkei 20,089.37 up 309.94. Shanghai 3971.14 up 93.33. HSI 25,224.01 up 322.73. Oil markets 52.06 down 68 cents. Brent 57.91 down 82 cents. And natural gas 2.869 up 99,000 points. Gold markets here 1156.8 down $1.10. Silver 15.46 down 21,000 points. And copper 2.541 up 35,000 points. And the bonds, US 10 unit 2.4465% up 32,000 points. German 10 unit 0.85% up 2,000 points. And Japanese 10 unit 0.436% down 1,000 points. FX bond, European US dollar 1.1001 down 1,000 points. US dollar Japanese yen 123.41 down 100 points. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.5487 up 1,000 points. Alright, looking at commodities here. Wheat 575.5 down 50 cents. Soybean 1,029 up 6 3/4. Corn 452 1/4 up 7 1/4. Sugar 12.52 up 11 cents. Coffee 120.60 up $2.35. Cotton 65.69 up 17 cents. Rough rice 10.93 down 155,000 points. And cocoa 3,295 up 1. Live cattle 146.625 down 85 cents. Lean on 74.525 up 875. And FD cattle 212.10 up 85 cents. And in Salem, New Hampshire, motor vehicle accident 93, northbound at X1, crash of industry, passed by a CPR in progress on Martin occupant. Barry Tell News Time, 506 here, time out for a sports report here. In Cincinnati, Zach Greinke is 35, 2/3 scores. Inning streak won't be on the line Tuesday night, but it'll be going to work just the same. Dominant first half resulted in earning the start for the National League and also on Green in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Monday night's All-Star Home Run Derby will feature several baseballs, young power hitters battling a couple of seasons, veterans for the crown if Mother Nature cooperates. On Monday morning, ESPN's Ed Werder reported that Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Des Bryant told Cowboys executive Vice President Steven Joseph Bryant didn't receive a new contract by the July 15th deadline. He will not attend training camp. Former Houston Texans wide receiver Jajon Dotson missing on Lake Lavon near Dallas. Here, Tell News Time, 507. Time now for weather report, traffic report here on this Monday afternoon here, going into Monday evening, and 495 in the southbound side. A bad accident near after exit 11 in Mansfield, Norton line. So the traffic is backed up on 495 in the northbound side after Route 123 in the Norton to Route 140 in Mansfield. Traffic on 495 side is backed up all the way down for Route 1 in Plainville. So if you're in that area around 495, expect a lot of delays around that area and detours here. And if you're on 495 and if you're in that traffic area, seek some detours around that area here. 146 ends it's slow around Route 99 in the 146 northbound it's slow around Route 99 in Lincoln. 146 southbound slow after Route 15 in Providence all the way out to downtown Providence here. 95 in the southbound side it's slow from Pawtucket all the way out to the downtown Providence here. 95 northbound slow from Edwards Avenue to downtown Providence here. Route 4 on the southbound side, they so from Route 102 and Exeter down to North Kingstown here. Jamestown or Newport Bridge is all looking good. We got an accident on 130 eastbound side on the Newport Bridge, so expect some delays here. 195 on the eastbound side, it is so from Swansea to Somerset near the Braga Bridge and Fall River here. On the Cape, Route 20 on the northbound side, it is slow. Before the Bourne Rotary, Route 6 on the westbound side, it's slow from Route 137 Bristol to Route 134 in Dennis. 95 on the southbound side, it's a little slow after Route 120 in Cantoneer. 24 on the southbound side, stop and go from 120 in Randolph all the way out to Harrison Boulevard in Avon. Route 120 on the northbound side, it's slow from the Braintree split to Route 24 in Randolph. Route 3 on the southbound side, it's slow from the Braintree split to Union Street in Braintree and Route 3 on the northbound side, it's slow around Route 220 in Rockland. We got an accident here on Route 128 on the southbound side before Route 24 in Randolph, so expect some delays here. Is 120 on the southbound side, it's expected for Route 24 in Randolph all the way out to Lexington here. Northbound side, it's looking good from Randolph all the way out to Lexington here. 120 on the northbound side, it is slow from Fort 225 Lexington to Redden. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, it is backed up on the pike all the way out to the Braintree split. To get an accident on the Southeast Expressway on the northbound side just before the Mass Pike, so expect some delays here. Mass Pike slow on both ends from Logan Airport to Route 93 in Boston here. 93 On the northbound side, it is south from the Zayton Bridge all the way up into Medford here. To Middleton on the southbound side, so from substation to Masspac. Masspac on the westbound side, it's so after the Poo Tunnel all the way up to Newton, and Masspac on the westbound side, so from 120 to Newton all the way out to Western Natick area here. In Worcester tonight on the westbound side, it is also around Route 9 and Worcester, and tonight westbound side, it's also for the Worcester urban area here. 146 also on both ends around the Sutton stretch. Route 1 on the northbound side, it's so from Chelsea all the way up in the Revere. Route 3 on the northbound side, it's so from 120 Burlington all the way up to Billwick. That's got an accident here on 128. In Billwick here on Route 3, so expect some delays here. 129 on the southbound side, so from Route 3 and moving all the way before Route 3 in Burlington, it got an accident on 120 on the southbound side before Route 3 in Burlington, so expect some delays here. 93 on the northbound side, it is so from 495 and Andover all the way up into Salem, New Hampshire due to the accident. 93 northbound in Salem, New Hampshire here. Route 3 on the southbound side got an accident before Route 40 in Chelmsford here. 95, it's looking good from 120 to New Hampshire border up in New Hampshire here. Route 293 on the westbound side, also around the Bedford area here. 95 on the northbound side, also around the Hampton Tolls in New Hampshire. 101 on the westbound side, also on the upward from 95 south here. Spalding Turnpike, it's so from Newton all the way up to Route 4 in Durham on the northbound side of the Spalding Turnpike here. And the main turnpike is looking good from York to Augusta via Portland here. Okay, look at that. MBTA transit alerts here. At 511 here. Subway system, it's looking good. On the Commuter Rail, it's both sailing here and the ferries are looking good. Peter Channel News on 512. Time out for weather report here. On this Monday evening here, our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 5:12 p.m. here. It is 83 degrees with a humidity 46%. Wind speed variable around 6 miles per barometer, 286 inches to about 60 degrees. Visibility 10 miles. Heat index 83 degrees here. Alright, look at that. Current conditions around the region here. 70 degrees at temperature in Boston. It's 77 in Bedford, 84 in Fitchburg, it's 80 in Lawrence, 36 in Beverly, 75 in Gloucester, 80 in Worcester, 81 in Sturbridge, it's 82 in Milford, 76 in Norwood, 85 in Taunton, 81 in New Bedford, it's 79 in Plymouth, 75 in Provincetown, 81 in Falmouth, 79 in Chatham, 78 in Martha's Vineyard, 81 in Smithfield, 78 in Westerly, 79 in Blockon, it's 80 in Montauk and Islip, 82 in New York City, 82 in New Haven, it's 81 in Bridgeport, 82 in Danbury, Waterbury, and Meriden, it's 85 in Hartford and Windsor, in Springfield, 87 in Greenfield, 83 in Athol, 77 in Northampton, 73 in Pittsfield, 87 in Albany, 90 in Sturdivant Springs, 84 in Bennington, 80 in Brown, Vermont, 79 in Rutland, Vermont, 84 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 82 in Jefferson, Hampshire, 82 in Keene, Hampshire, 81 in Jefferson, Hampshire, 82 in LaCour and Concord, Hampshire, 8 in Manchester, Hampshire, 82 in Nashville, Hampshire, 88 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, and 75 degrees up in Portland, Maine here. Alright, service map around the country shows station social cold front for the 4 quarter regions. Down for western Texas and a station front for Oklahoma and a cold front from southeastern Kansas. Down for central Missouri and searching with a station front for the Ohio Valley and a cold front from the Virginias at the sea with a low pressure and a warm front at the Atlantic coast there. And we got low pressure centers off the Delaware coast, Ohio Valley, around the tri-state region around Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky, central Missouri, and west central portions of Texas and around southeastern portions of California here. And we got high pressure centers in the Gulf of Mexico, western Wyoming, northern Great Lakes, and in eastern Quebec here. A phenomenon from northern and central portions of California, and a phenomenon from southwest Nevada down through Baja California, and a phenomenon down from Mexico here. 74 degrees in Detroit, 79 in Pittsburgh, 70 in Washington, D.C., 90 in Atlanta, 91 in Miami, Florida, it's 91 in Brownsville, Texas, 95 in Dallas, Texas, 91 in Kansas City, 93 in Omaha, Nebraska, it's 82 in Chicago, 84 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 81 in Great Falls, Montana, 70 in Seattle, 69 in San Francisco, 74 in Los Angeles, it's 98 in Las Vegas, Nevada, 104 in Phoenix, 81 in Albuquerque, 86 in Denver, and 89 degrees in Salt Lake City, Utah here. Alright, let's take a look at the radar situation around the region here on this Monday. on this Monday, and it shows a cluster of rain showers here. As we'll zoom you. Out into Worcester here, and there is some rain showers east of Worcester near Shrewsbury, around North Grafton, around Grafton, and a little line of rain showers around Boylston, and another line of rain showers around Holden here. And we'll check to see where the showers would go. And it's not gonna, so it's gonna die down here. And it's gonna be some heavy showers and thunderstorms on upstate New York and up in the southern north of Montreal and southwestern portions of Quebec. Some spotty showers and storms from southeastern portions of Quebec stretch up in the northern New Hampshire around Berlin and up in the north central New Hampshire around Mount Washington here. And we're seeing some spotty line of rain showers east of Holyoke here, and we're seeing some spotty showers and thunderstorms east of Silver Springs and stretching in southwest of Rutland, Vermont, and stretching up into Ticonderoga. And this is the line of showers and thunderstorms that's up in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, and stretching down west of Berlin, New Hampshire here, and it's going to be headed up into Quebec by now here, and extreme northwestern portions of Maine here. And some spotty showers and thunderstorms in east central New York around Utica and stretching all the way down through southwestern tip of New York State. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers around west central, southwestern central, and around Harrisburg and up in the northeastern Pennsylvania here. And some spotty rain showers and storms around western Maryland and up in northeastern West Virginia. And some spotty showers and thunderstorms around east of Richmond and around the Richmond, Virginia areas and stretching at the Virginia coast here. And we're seeing a lot of heavy showers and thunderstorms from southeastern Ohio down for western West Virginia and down for eastern and central portions of Kentucky up to Louisville. And a lot of rain showers east of Cleveland and stretching up to west central Ontario and up to northern Michigan and up to Ontario. And a lot of showers and thunderstorms in central and northwestern portions of North European Michigan up to the northeastern portion of Minnesota up in the Thunder Bay. And some spotty showers and thunderstorms in the north central and the western portions of Wisconsin and up to the central and the northern portions of Montana here. And seeing some spotty heavy showers and thunderstorms around southeastern portions of North Carolina and up in the northeastern portions of South Carolina and at the Carolina coast here. And some spotty showers and thunderstorms around southern Georgia and down for Florida here. And stretching the name for the Alabama, Mississippi, and southeastern Louisiana Gulf Coast there. And heavy bands of showers and thunderstorms in the north central and the northwestern portions of Missouri and up in the northern Kansas down for the southeastern portions of Nebraska and around west central portions and northern portions of Illinois here. And out to the west here, some spotty rain showers and storms from the four-quarter region stretch up in the western Wyoming and up in the northeastern Nevada, up to Idaho down for western portions of Montana and up in the Oregon, Washington up in the British Columbia down for Alberta down for Saskatchewan up in the Manitoba. Southwest Manitoba, the northern portions of the North Dakota through northern Minnesota here. Alright, look at that satellite loop here, and it shows land clouds, grand eastern Massachusetts, and covered much of New Hampshire and Maine coast and out to sea. And that's clouded off the New England coast, and some spotty clouds around northwestern Maine, northern New Hampshire, and up to southern Quebec, and down for western portions of Vermont, and up to western Massachusetts, and a lot of clouds covering a bunch of eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, and up to western Virginia, and up to Ohio, up to western Ontario, up into Michigan, and up to Ontario, and northern and western portions of Quebec, and stretch up into the northern Great Lakes, and up into North Dakota, up into northeastern Montana, and up into Saskatchewan, down for Alberta, down for British Columbia, and a lot of clouds coming to much of the four-quarter region here. Nope, it's around Pacific Northwest, got clouds covered, and we're stretching in western Montana, down for Wyoming, and down for northern portions of Utah, and up in the northeastern Nevada here, and a lot of clouds around the four-quarter region of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico, and stretching in northern Kansas, up in the southern Nebraska, down for southwestern Iowa, down for northwestern Missouri here. And a lot of clouds coming to much of the Carolinas here, on the Carolina coast, and Atlantic clouds from southern Georgia up in the northern and central portions of Florida and around the Gulf Coast here. Alright, looking at the tropics here. The latest on tropical storm caught at 5 p.m. advisory here. So the location 30.1 in the north, 66.9 in the west. Max sustained winds 50 miles an hour. Movement northeast at 17 miles an hour here. And the latest on Claudette, public advisory here. Claudette moving faster, expected to become a post-tropical tomorrow here, and there'll be no coastal watch warnings in effect at 5 p.m. Atlantic time. 20 UTC, the center of tropical storm Claudette is located near latitude 30.1 in the north, longitude 60.9 in the west, and Claudette is moving toward the northeast near 17 miles an hour, 20 kilometers an hour, and the northeastward. The northeastward motion with some increase in forward speed is expected during the next day or two. And on the forecast track, the general move southeast of Nova Scotia during the next 24 to 36 hours. Max sustained winds are near 50 miles an hour, 85 kilometers higher gusts. Waking in the forecast begin by Tuesday morning, and Claudette is forecast to become a post-tropical cyclone by Tuesday night and to dissipate on Wednesday. Tropical force winds are extending upwards up to 70 miles an hour, 110 kilometers from the center, and the estimated minimum central pressure is 1,004 millibars here. And a double barrel action in the Eastern Pacific here. Alright, Dolos is now a hurricane here. 17.2 to the north, 106.5 to the west here. Max sustained wind 75 miles an hour movement. West-northwest wind 9 miles an hour here. Dolos reaches hurricane strength, expected to become a major hurricane on Wednesday here. The governor of Mexico has discontinued the tropical storm watch for Mexico, and there are no close watches of warnings effect at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. The central hurricane Doris is located near latitude 17.2 to the north, longitude 106.5 to the west. Doris is moving toward the west-northwest near 9 miles an hour. Then this motion with some further decrease in forward speed should continue throughout Wednesday. Max sustained winds have increased to near 75 miles an hour with higher gas. Additional strength in this forecast during the next 48 hours, and Doris is expected to become a major hurricane on Wednesday here. Hurricane force winds extends up to 25 miles an hour from the center of tropical storm. Force winds extend up to 140 miles an hour here. The estimated minimum central pressure is 991 millibars, 27 inches here. The rainfall, the outer rain bands of Dolos is expected to produce total rain accumulation of 1 to 3 inches along the southwestern coast of Mexico and the states of Colima and Jalisco, estimated maximum amounts of 5 inches if possible. Surface walls during by Dolos are expected to affect the southwestern coast of Mexico and Baja California Peninsula during the next few days and could cause life-threatening surf and whip current conditions here. Okay, the latest on Enrique. The latest on Enrique, 16.7 to the north, 127.6 to the west. Max sustained winds 40 miles an hour and move it. Northwest wind 12 miles an hour here. Okay. Enrique continues opening over the Pacific Ocean as a low and tropical storm and no close watches warnings in effect here. At 2 a.m. Pacific time, the center of tropical storm Enrique was located near latitude 16.7 to the north. Longitude 127.6 west. Enrique is moving toward the northwest near 12 miles an hour, 19 kilometers an hour. This cyclone is expected to turn toward the west-northwest at a slightly slower rate of forward speed during the next 2 days, and maximum sustained winds are near 48 miles an hour, 65 kilometers with higher gusts. Will change its strength as forecast during the next 48 hours. Here, tropical storm force winds extend upwards at 70 miles an hour from the center. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1,003 millibars, 262 inches here. All right, looking at weather notes here. Water temperature 69 degrees and dew points in the upper 50s, lows to mid 60s is half comfy, half sticky. And number 90 days in Boston in 2015, 0, as it came 1 degree shy of 90 degrees yesterday in Boston yesterday here. And tonight's lows, I'm expecting 63 to 69 degrees in the eastern Massachusetts here. I'm expecting low to close to 70 degrees around New York City, and expected temperatures in the 50s in up Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, except for the seacoast region in New Hampshire, which you could see temperatures in the low 60s here. And tomorrow's high, expecting 77, 86 degrees for Boston and points north and west, and 77, 85 degrees for southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island here. Alright, let's look at a 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. Tonight, Petrified after 2 a.m. was. Most guys got a little about 61 degrees, suffered about 5 hours coming in near. Tuesday, slight change of showers. Petrified before 8 a.m. was. Mostly guys got about 81 degrees, suffered about 3 to 7 miles an hour, anticipation 20%. Tonight, slight change of showers between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. Then a change of showers at thunderstorms after 2 a.m. Petrified after 11 p.m. Otherwise, most guys got low around 65 degrees and light southeast wind. Anticipation 30%. New rainfall amounts between a 10 and 14 inch except how much possible thunderstorms there. Wednesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 a.m. on the chance of showers between 8 a.m. and noon. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. Thunderstorms produce every rain. Mostly clouds got low high around 81 degrees. Calm wind. Anticipation is 40%. New rainfall amounts between a quarter and a half an inch possible. Wednesday night, chance of showers mainly before 10 p.m. Mostly clouds got low around 61 degrees. North wind about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Anticipation is 30%. Thursday, most sunny skies about 66 to about 56 degrees. For Friday, Sunday, most coast got about 81 to about 38 degrees. Saturday, most sunny podcast got about 84 to about 63 degrees. Sunday, chance of showers, most skies got about 82 to about 64 degrees. Anticipation to 30%. And for Monday, most skies got higher than 83 degrees. Here, pairs, what a phrase of the evening here. A cloudy night and tap and a few showers on Tuesday and Wednesday rain. Viewers, you have a good evening and goodbye day. I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening.